talking about my negative experiences with the Blade Runner's systems production model Alpha Beast. Um, so far, out of the box, I stripped the pivot screw and lost a washer. And when I say strip the pivot screw, I don't mean the head of the screw with, a screwdriver, like a Torx driver or anything. I mean the shaft of the screw stripped out of the housing, that makes up the entire pivot, just by flipping it, basically. I wasn't doing anything crazy with it or anything like that, but, they do say on the website that you can buy them from to use thread locker to, maintain the construction of the knife or integrity or something, after the break-in period. Well, I don't know how you're supposed to do that if it's going to just break during the break-in period, basically. So, I think it's due to just some design flaws, being the weight that the knife is and the fragileness of the smaller pivot screws that they use. Because, basically the screw got pulled right out of the female part of the pivot or the housing, just by, doing some basic tricks and stuff. So, it's kind of disappointing because this is a pretty expensive knife, and I don't know why they don't just thread lock them, from the factory. I mean, they got to put the screws in there, so why not just throw some Loctite on there or thread locker when they're assembling them, to prevent instances like mine and just general, falling apart, I guess, issues, because had it not stripped in the way that it did, I'm sure over time it would have just came loose anyways, because that's what, happens in general with most ballast songs, let alone, heavier ones like this, and especially, like, due to the smaller pivot screws, like I already mentioned. But so I'm probably just going to be selling this, and, as is. I'm not going to go to the hassle. I don't feel I should have to, go to the trouble or hassle of, contacting Blade Runners, asking, telling them what happened, asking for, some replacement parts, paying for shipping, or, whatever, assembling it. You pay $369.99 for something, you expect it to work and, not break due to, design flaws or whatever the case may be, material imperfections, I don't know, but, being that it was the safe handle, I feel that it was just the weight of the knife, because, you have the latch handle and the blade and, the whole weight of the knife on that one pivot, and, with the sound that it made when it stripped and popped out, it just, sounded like very, like it was just too much tension or something. So, and it wasn't anything that I don't do with my other ballast songs that haven't broke doing those same exact things with. So, but that just kind of wants me to bring. I just want to bring up a point basically about how, one of their claims is that it's competition ready. Well, how is it competition ready if, it breaks before you can even get acclimated to how it flips, So basically, in my opinion, it's not, like, how do you get used to something? I mean, are you supposed to just take it to a competition, take it out of the box, never handle it, and then, just start flipping with it and hope that the screw doesn't, strip out, of the housing? I don't understand it. It's just, I guess technically, because it didn't break or fall apart instantly, that, it is competition ready, but for how long is the question. So, but I guess for the money that you're paying, you would think it would be lasting a little bit longer, or, just not, going to be doing that at all. So, I mean, I sure didn't, if anybody, if I'd heard about, this happening, or, being a possibility of happening, I wouldn't have, I probably would have thought twice about purchasing one. And not only that, um, but I just think, if I was to say, hey, you want to buy this specific knife without a washer and a strip pivot screw, you'd probably say no, especially if I told you it was $369.99. You'd probably not want to buy one. Well, I'm just letting people know that this happens to these because, or can happen to these, in my case, because, um, you probably wouldn't want to buy this specific one. And if you buy one that's brand new, and it happened to mine, it can happen to yours. So, you're taking a chance like anything. But, um, I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else's. Just be warned, I guess. I don't know. But, I just, I hope that, they either change the design or maybe just putting, one drop of Loctite on each pivot screw before they assemble them or something, something to fix this kind of a problem because, not only is it not safe, but it's not, you know, nice for the consumers. It's an inconvenience and a bit of a hassle, and it's just not good business in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It's pretty much everything I wanted to say. So um, just trying to keep everyone informed. So take care.